Hello, what's up my lovely people? This is EgboJ20 back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Kuda Bank app, the bank of the free. Okay, so before I start this video, I just want to put out some quick disclaimers. Number one is the fact that this video is not paid or sponsored in any way. These are all my opinions and this is based on my usage of Kuda Bank. And also bear in mind that your usage of Kuda Bank and your experience may differ from what my own experiences are. And number two is the fact that basically in this video I'm going to cover some of the features that I've tested on Kuda Bank. There's some features that I'm yet to test out, like the virtual card or the create a budget feature or the gift card feature, because well, I'm broke and stuff. So without out of the way, let's just get started. Okay, so one feature I love about the Kuda Bank app is their card feature. So you're able to order for both a virtual and physical card with a minimum of just 1,000 naira in your Kuda Bank account. All you just have to do is that you just have to deposit 1,000 naira and you can create a virtual card in just very few steps. And for their physical card, basically what you have to do is that you have to basically like put in your details, like your address, your phone number and all that, and within a month your card should come to you. Okay, so in about a month I got this baby right here. Look at my Kuda card right here for all of you to see. So basically the average time it takes for the Kuda card to come is in 1 month. And for their card service, one thing I really like about their virtual card is the fact that for the virtual card you can like set the limit you want it to like take. Like for example, if you're going on an online store and you want to like spend like 10,000 naira, you can set that limit, and if it should go beyond that limit, then the transaction will not go through. You can always change your card pin as well on the app, and you can also like block your card. Like if now someone tries to like manipulate your card or something, you can always block the card so that you won't lose any money or something like that, just to keep you safe. Another thing I love about the Kuda app is the design of the app. The overall design is very beautiful. Like I just love the user interface of this app. It's very beautiful and I don't need to redesign it like what we did in the last video. We don't talk about Polaris. No, we don't talk about Polaris. Okay, don't mind me, I'm just being stupid. And for Kuda, this is basically one of the best designs I've seen on a banking app. For me, like this is based on the banking apps I've used. Like this is the best design I've seen. But if you know any other banking app that looks better, you can always comment below. So one thing I like about the Kuda Bank app is their security feature. So if you go into settings, under security, you see two options, which are hide account balance and dummy mode. Now for hide account balance, if you enable this feature, you're basically able to hide how much you have so that you don't tell people about stuff, just for your privacy sake. And this is good, like if you're someone who has a lot of money and you just don't want to make people know that you have a lot of money. And then for the dummy mode, basically if you shake your phone, you're able to impute a false account balance so that like people won't know how much you have in reality. Like you can just show something fake and then you won't even know that in reality this person may have tons of money in the bank. And this is also good like in case now that you're in an emergency situation where like you don't need to show some bad people your account balance, and then this is good so that when they see, they'll think that you're really poor, but in reality you're like a really rich pig. They're a really rich pig, yeah. Okay, so one other feature I love about Kuda Bank is the fact that this is basically the first banking app or fintech app or whatever to actually integrate buying of gift cards. Like you can buy gift cards like Amazon gift cards or PlayStation or Nintendo or Xbox gift cards and so on. Just bear in mind that not every gift card you want might be on this app, but you can still find some really good gift cards here, and the max like amount you can buy per gift card is like $100 from most of them that I've seen. And also bear in mind that for the gift cards, I don't think you're allowed to resell them. Like if you look at the terms and conditions of Kuda Bank, like when you look at the gift card section, like it tells you about things that you're not supposed to do when you're doing this gift card stuff. So I'll just put it on the screen and you can pause to read it, and just make sure that you're safe. Okay, make sure you read everything before you buy a gift card. So one thing I love about the Kuda app is the fact that you're able to create a budget for things that you might need in your day-to-day life. Like for example, you can create a budget for groceries or electricity bills or transport bills, water bills, and so on. Provided that you have enough money and you know what your budget is in mind, you can use the Kuda Bank app to budget all of these things you want to basically use your money on. And finally, one feature that we all can't ignore that I know I like is the fact that Kuda Bank gives out free transfers a month. So if you're a Kuda user, you're entitled to 25 free transfers a month. And why 25, you may ask? So if you look at the Kuda Bank website, it says that they only give 25 free transfers a month because of the fact that people don't really transfer money on the norm like as much. So that's why they want to give 25, because they know that people are not going to transfer that much money in a month. And that's actually is kind of true and valid. However, this statement is not true for everyone, because there are people who basically transfer more than 25 transfers a month, mainly people who do business or maybe people who have a lot of money. So this might not be for them if they transfer more than 25 times a month. So now that we've said all the good stuff that I love about Kuda Bank, we have to say some of the negatives as well. Negatives that can probably be fixed in the future. So one problem I have with Kuda is the fact that it has to do with their physical card. And I'm not saying that their physical card is bad. I've used this to buy a lot of things and it has been working very well. But the problem I have with Kuda is the fact that when you order your physical card, it doesn't give you a tracking number so you can track where your card is in real time. For me, when I ordered my card, like I was worried that this card would not reach me at all, because I read a lot of reviews of people saying that they've ordered a Kuda card and it's been months and they didn't even get anything at all. So for me, like, I was worried that I couldn't track my card, so I tweeted something on my Twitter or Kuda Bank about them issuing like tracking numbers so that we as users could track our cards in real time. And they now responded saying that you can track things on the app, but when you go on the app, they only tell you, oh, printing of card, or your card is getting delivered, but they don't tell you like where the card is. They don't tell you any of those things, which seems kind of sketchy to me, which is why for Kuda they have to basically give tracking numbers so that we will know where our cards are in real time, so that way it would give more transparency to the bank. Another problem I have with Kuda Bank has to still do with their card, and that problem in question is the fact that what if now that your card, for example, like right here, should get stolen or damaged or go missing, or if your card should expire? Well, one problem with Kuda is the fact that there's no way on the app for you to apply for another card. So if something should happen to your card now, you can't apply for another one because there's no option on the app to do so. And as a bonus, I want to ask, how come there's no Kuda MasterCard? Like, I watched a YouTube video of someone who actually got like a Kuda MasterCard and the card was green instead of purple right here. So why is it that we as users cannot get like a Kuda MasterCard? I'm just asking. I don't have any problem with the fact that it's a Visa card though, but still, why can't we get one if one person gets one? Is it that maybe, I don't know, they have connections with Kuda or something? But I'm just asking. One problem I have with the Kuda Bank app is the fact that neither their physical card or virtual card can work with international sites. So if you're someone who loves shopping on sites like Amazon and AliExpress, too bad, because your card is not going to work on any of these sites. However, this does not mean that your card is not useless. You can still use your card on local sites like Konga or Jumia or any local site in Nigeria that accepts online payment. It will work depending on which site you use in particular. However, this is why I believe that gift cards were made on this app, so that way it can encourage people who shop on like international sites to buy things online like on Amazon. But however, you still can't buy stuff on AliExpress with a Kuda bank card. That's if you're an AliExpress user. But if you use other online international sites and there's a gift card for it, then you can use that instead. Another problem I have with Kuda is the fact that you're not allowed to make multiple bank accounts. Like, it's only one bank account per person. I would like it if you were allowed to make multiple bank accounts, like for people who have businesses now, or maybe people who want to like save money in one account and then leave in another account or something like that. Kuda should give you the option to make multiple bank accounts, like under the same BVN and everything. Like Polaris Bank, for example, which I talked about in the past, gives you that ability to make multiple bank accounts, like just with as one person or with their app. But then Kuda doesn't give you that option. Maybe in future it might be there, but I don't know. Another problem with Kuda is the fact that you cannot use Kuda for businesses at all. Like, as I stated earlier in the video, that you're only entitled to 25 free transfers a month. So people who do businesses cannot use Kuda Bank at all. For me, I would not recommend you, if you have a business, to use Kuda Bank. It's better for you to open like a bank in a commercial bank like GTB or Zenith or FCMB, Fidelity Bank, and so on. Open an account in one of those banks and use it for your business, because Kuda is not recommendable in my opinion. It's more for personal taste and all. Like, maybe if you're using it for personal purposes, then that's when it's better. But then if you still want to risk using it for a business anyway, I would recommend that you have to control how much you're sending outside your Kuda bank account, like if you want to use it for a business either way. So one problem I have with the Kuda Bank app is the fact that even though they have a security feature, which I talked about just now, but however, one problem I have is the fact that there's no two-factor authentication on this app. This is 2022 and literally every app like that has to do with money or banking has a two-factor authentication feature. But however, Kuda does not have one, and this is kind of sketchy, because we're in the digital age where anybody can get hacked, and protecting your money is a priority, which is why there needs to be a two-factor authentication feature in case you need it, so that way you can protect your money in case something happens to you. So finally, let me just tell you one problem I've noticed with this app. So on the main homepage of the Kuda Bank app, there's a section where you can add money. So in the add money section, you have the option to link like an existing bank account like that you have that's not Kuda to your Kuda bank account, so you can easily be withdrawing money from there. You just need to put in your username and password from your bank app of that other bank that you have, so you can easily be moving money from that account to your Kuda bank account. So then my problem with it is, number one, is the fact that you'll see many like banks that they list there that you can add money to, but when you go to that section, you only see very few banks on that list, and it's something that I don't really like. If you know that you can't put all those banks there, then why bother? You should just put the banks that are available. Don't put banks that are not available, so that you won't confuse people. And luckily for me, my bank was there, so I was able to add my GT bank details, which is what I use. And also I wanted to add my Chipper Cash account there, but then I was having issues adding it. So then I wanted to just leave it and then go back to that section. But when I went there, I didn't see the option for cheaper cash there. So I couldn't even add it there. And I was like, what's going on? Like, it feels kind of weird and sketchy that they just added it and then they now removed it. Like, it's so weird, to be very honest with you. So in the end of the day, should you use Kuda? Well, I can't tell you what you should or shouldn't do. It's based on your preference. If you know that you love free transfers and you don't like that 10 naira charge or more, that depending on what bank you have, then you can use Kuda if you want to. If you don't mind that 25 free transfers like a month, then you're free to use Kuda Bank. But it's just based on your preference. Like, if you love the idea of the virtual card and like the gift cards and all that stuff, then you can use Kuda Bank. But for me, I would still recommend that you still have like a main bank account and then a Kuda Bank account instead of just having only a Kuda Bank account. Like, that's what I recommend. And then maybe you can just put like some money you want to save there, add money that you know you can maybe afford to lose or something, and just like, put it there. And then when you just need that money, you can always just transfer it back to your main account and all that. That's what I would recommend you do. So anyway, that's all for today's video. Comment on your thoughts and experiences on Kuda Bank, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace out.